All right, so you just got started with Invisalign. Let's go ahead and review some instructions for getting started. So you're gonna get your box of aligners with however many you have made, and each set of aligners is going to come in a package that looks like this. And then you can see here, this is the upper one and lower one, so your first set of aligners. And of course, we want you to go in order 1 through however many aligners you have. And we recommend only opening the package that you need at the time, and try not to open any more than what you need, just because if you do that, aligners are really easily confused. So try to just open the ones that you need. And once you get it open, if you ever get your aligners confused, there is a little guide on each one that tells you which number it is. So for example, if I take this aligner here, you'll just want to hold it up against a blank surface. So I'm just using the package here. You'll be able to see a little number on here. I know it's hard to tell in the camera, but it will have an L or a U standing for lower or upper, and then the number right next to it. So if you ever need it, there is that little guide on each aligner that tells you which number it is. So let's go ahead and review how to place and remove the aligners. First thing here, the way you can tell your upper and lower aligners apart is, of course, your upper front teeth are wider than your lower front teeth. So that just makes it easier to tell the difference. So as far as placing, I have my little model here. What you're gonna do, you can start with the upper or lower, whichever you prefer, and just take the aligner, put the whole thing in your mouth, then lining it up with your front teeth here. Once it's lined up, you'll just want to push all the way up, starting in the front, and then walk it all the way back with your fingers, just like that. Same thing on the lower, whole aligner in, lining it up with your front teeth, pushing it all the way down in the front, and then walking it back with your fingers. So pretty easy putting them in. It can be a little trickier removing. What you'll want to do is come to the tongue side of the tooth. It's really important. So not on the cheek side, on the tongue side of the tooth in the very back. There's gonna be a little ledge right in here that you're gonna bring down with your nail. So once you get it off of the tooth here, you'll just want to push out and around towards your cheek, just like that. So same thing with the lower tongue side of the tooth. On that very last one, you're gonna bring it up with your nail, and really just making sure you're pushing out instead of pulling up right up against those attachments. Push out and around, just like that. So you are going to have your aligners in 21 or more hours a day. That's really important because what makes braces work so well is they're putting constant pressure on your teeth. So to make these aligners work just as well, we need those 21 or more hours. So that means you're only taking them out when you're eating, drinking anything other than water, or brushing your teeth. And when you are brushing your teeth, something that can be helpful is just taking your aligner in your hand and brushing them as well with your toothbrush and toothpaste to keep them nice and clean. So then whenever you're taking them out, whenever your aligners are outside of your mouth, it's really important to get in the habit of putting them in your case. Just because a lot of times these aligners, they get thrown away, they get broken. If they get wrapped up in a napkin, someone will throw them away. Dogs also love the smell of saliva, so they will chew them up if they get the chance. So just try and always get in the habit of having your case on you and putting your aligners in here when they are not in your mouth. Whenever you're done eating or drinking anything, it's just important to rinse your mouth really well with some water. You can just swish it around, just making sure there's nothing sitting on your tooth, because then if you put your aligner on, that food or whatever it may be is going to be sitting in between your tooth and the aligner, and we want to make sure to avoid that. So just rinsing your mouth really well. If there's ever any sharp or pokey areas on one of your aligners, you can take a nail file and file down any area that may bother you, and that will kind of smooth it over and make it more comfortable for you.